Hello everyone, today in this video we are going to discuss one very important topic called temperature. So we'll be discussing into detail about this topic. So let us start the topic with the basic definition. What is temperature? So temperature is something that can tell you about the degree of hotness and coldness of the substance. How much that substance is hot or how much it is cold. It tells the information of degree of hotness of that substance. So we can say temperature measures the degree of hotness and coldness of the substance. Okay. So when we talk about temperature, so it is measured in degree Celsius. There are various of scales, right? It is measured in degree. So there are various types of scales for measuring temperatures. Then scales of temperature measurements are, we can say, the most common and the basic scale that we use is for first one is called Celsius. Okay. The second one called Fahrenheit. Third one called Kelvin. Okay. And the fourth one is called Reaumur. Okay. And the fifth one is called Rankine. Okay. So for every here we have the 5 scales of temperature, and for every scale we have the lower limit and the higher limit. The lower limit it can measure and the higher limit it can measure. Higher temperature limit it can measure. So we are taking water as a base. Okay, water. So if we say what is the lowest temperature of the water, it can be 0 degree. So we are concerned with we are taking our material as water. Water is a substance. So its freezing point is how much in degree Celsius? It is given as 0 degree Celsius. And its boiling point is given as, here we can write freezing point FP. Okay. And here we are writing boiling point. Of which substance? We are taking water. Okay. So 0 degree Celsius. And what is the boiling point of water? It is 100 degree Celsius. Now in Fahrenheit, what is the freezing point of water? It is given as 32 degree Fahrenheit. Okay. And the boiling point of water is given as 200 and freezing point of water is given as 32 degree Fahrenheit and boiling point of water is given as 212 degree Fahrenheit. Okay. In Kelvin scale, the freezing point of water is given as 273 degree Kelvin. Okay. And the boiling point of water is given as 373 degree Kelvin. Similarly, for Reaumur, it is given as 0 degree Reaumur, that is denoted as Re, and 80 degree Reaumur, that is denoted as Re. For Rankine, the freezing point of water is given as 492 degree Rankine. Rankine is denoted by R, and the freezing point of water in the Rankine scale is given as 492 degree Rankine, and the boiling point is given as 672 degree Rankine. So these are the various scale of temperature measurement. So we also know, so there, since there are various scale, so we can there is the relation sit between the various scale. So we will try to understand the relationship between the various scale, and this relation can be used to convert the one scale of temperature to the another scale. Okay, so let us try to understand the relationship between the different scale of temperature. Okay, what are the various relation? What is the relation? So for that, this relation is used to convert the one scale of temperature to the other scale of temperature. Okay, for example, our first temperature scale of temperature, that is the higher limit, that is the 100 degree, and minus what is the lower limit, that is the 0 degree again. So in this way, we are going to write the relationship. This will be equal to Fahrenheit minus what is the lower limit of Fahrenheit, that is 32 degree Fahrenheit, and then we have to write, this is nothing, 100 minus 0, upper limit minus lower limit, this is nothing but the range. Okay, we can write directly the range, but let us deduce this. Okay, so the higher limit is 212, okay, minus 32 degree. Now come to Kelvin scale. In Kelvin, this is Kelvin minus what is the lower limit? Lower limit is 273. What is the higher limit? Higher limit is 373 minus lower limit 273. Okay. Now come to Raymore. Raymore 0 degree and 80 degree. RE denoted by RE minus lower limit is 0 and the higher limit is 80 minus lower limit 0. Fine. Now come to Rankine. Rankine is denoted as R. Okay. R minus lower limit is 492 minus upper limit is 672 minus lower limit 492. Now, if we solve, we can find C by 100, okay, equals F minus 32, and here 2 minus 2, 0, 11 minus 3, 8, and 180. Fine. And here, similarly, again, K minus 273, 373 minus 273, we are getting 100. So, we can write directly here like this. And for the Raymore scale, we are writing RE divided by 80 directly. And for Rankine scale, we can write R minus 492, 672, 0 minus 2 minus 2, 0, 17 minus 9 is 8, and 5 minus 4, 1, means 180. So this is our final relationship that will be used to change any scale of temperature to the other. Let us take, for example, we are changing 100 degrees Celsius is equal to how many degree Fahrenheit. Okay, so we have to take these two relation. It is C by 100 equals F minus 32 by 180. We can write like this. Now for the C, we have the C value that is equal to 100. So we can write 100 by 100 equals, now F minus 32, it will be like this, F minus 32 divided by 180. this 100 and 100 got cancelled. So we are getting here 1. So here we can write 180 equals F minus 32. Okay. So F will be, Fahrenheit will be 180. This will come to this side, then this will be plus 180 plus 32, that is equal to 2, 8 plus 3, 1 and 212 Fahrenheit. So this is the boiling point of the water. So this is the relationship that we have seen. Now let us move to the next part. Now our next topic is specific heat. So we can write what is specific heat. Specific heat, as the name suggests. First of all, let us try to understand what is heat. See, we when we talk about temperature, we say that temperature measures the degree of hotness and coldness of the substance or the body. So here it's come heat. Okay, basically we are measuring how much heat the substance have. So what is heat? Heat is a form of energy. Okay, so here we are talking about specific heat. So specific heat is the amount of energy that is provided to a unit substance to increase its temperature by 1 degree Celsius. That is specific heat. It is called the amount of heat or energy required to raise the temperature of a unit mass by 1 degree Celsius is called its specific heat. Specific heat is generally denoted as C. It is given as specific heat is generally denoted by C and it is given as, it is C, let us see, it is saying amount of heat. So heat is denoted by Q, amount of heat required to raise the temperature of a unit mass. To raise the temperature of a unit mass by 1 degree Celsius. So it is given as Q by M del T. This is the formula for specific heat. Okay. So where C is equal to, C is the specific heat. Okay. What is Q? Q is the heat required. And T is temperature. Change in temperature. Okay. So this is, here C is the specific heat, Q is the heat required to raise the temperature of a unit mass by 1 degree Celsius, and del T is temperature increase or increase in temperature. Okay, temperature increase. Now let us move to our next topic. So now we are going to discuss about change of state. Change of state. Basically, we when we talk about change of state, we talk about the three things. One is solid, other one is liquid, and the next one is gas. So when the temperature is provided to any of these substance, any of this matter, we can say rather, then the change of state takes place. Suppose we have ice and we are heating it. right? Then this will change its state from solid to liquid. It will melt. So that process is called melting, right? Again, we have water now. We are increasing the temperature. So what it will start at after some time, it will start to boil, and we will find that some of the water vapors are coming. So that is actually what is happening. It's changing its state from liquid to gas. That is called boiling process. And which phenomena is taking place? We can say it is evaporation when it is taking place in the large scale, or we can say it is vaporization, right? Now if we take one example from gas to solid, okay, gas to solid. So there are certain things that can directly change from gas to solid. So that process is called when the state of matter it is changing directly from gas to solid, that is called decomposition. Okay, again, if the water is boiling and we are keeping some lead over there, so we'll find that the tiny droplets are there on the lead. So actually what is happening, lot of gas molecules, they are combining each other to make tiny droplets of water. So that process is called condensation, right? And now if we have water, then we can directly freeze it and get the ice cube back. So that is called freezing. It is called freezing. Now from solid, some matter, some substance can be directly changed into gas, like camphor. Camphor, it does not melt and transform into liquid. Rather, we can see the camphor, it it eventually turns into gas directly from the solid state to the gas state. So this is called sublimation. Okay, sublimation. So these are the various. This is when the gas is changing to liquid. This is also called liquefaction. Oh wait, not condensation. Not on this side. Liquefaction we can write here, means gas changing to liquid. So this is liquefaction. This is also called liquefaction. Okay, so let us have a recall of this topic. So there are various state of the matter, and on providing the heat, the state of the matter changes. If it is solid, if you are providing heat, so what it become, it turns into liquid. So that process is called melting. And when from liquid, if you are getting back the solid again, then that process is called freezing. And from liquid, if you are heating, if you are providing the temperature, then that process called boiling. Through boiling, it changes its state and change into gas. Okay, this is called evaporation as well as vaporization. And from the gas, if we try to get back the liquid again, then that process is called condensation or liquefaction. Now from solid to gas, when the matter is changing from solid to gas, that is called sublimation, and when the matter is changing from gas to solid, that is called decomposition. Okay, so let us move to the next topic. So our next topic here is heat transfer. So we know that heat only transfer from the higher temperature body to the lower temperature body. if this is the body with the high temperature, then the heat will transfer from the high temperature body to the low temperature body. Okay, so heat transfer occurs in three ways. The first one is called, we know it is called conduction. The second one is called radiation, and the third one is called convection. Let us try to understand about each topic. Conduction. This takes place when the body is in direct contact. Suppose this is the iron bar. Okay, iron bar. And suppose this is the iron bar and we are heating this area with the candle. If we are heating this area with the candle, then we will find that after some time the other part of the iron bar is also heated. How it is heated? How it is heated? Because we know that the molecules in the solids are closely packed, right? It is closely packed. They are closely packed. So if we are heating, so it is providing the energy to the nearby molecule, and when the molecule that are nearer to the flame or the burner, they get energized, and when they are energized, then they transfer their energy to the nearby molecule. Again these molecule get energized, so in turn it is giving its energy to the next molecule, and this process continues from the initial point and it continues and it reaches the farthest point of the bar. Here we see that all the molecules are in contact to each other. So this is called conduction. In conduction, the molecule or the substance are contacting each other and the transfer of heat takes place. This is called conduction. This is similar like when we are heating any pan, we are cooking and we are heating the pan, so our pan or the pot, it got hot, and if we give some vegetable, if we put some vegetable, then that vegetables also get heated. So that is due to conduction, because the vegetables and the pan both are in contact with each other, so heat transfer is taking place from first from burner to the pot, and again from the pot. When the pot is hot, then it is transferring it heat from the pot to the vegetables. Okay, so this is conduction. The next one is called radiation. Here in conduction, what is happening? Here in conduction, the medium is needed, right? Here medium is needed, but in radiation, there the medium is not needed. This the transfer of heat takes place through the electromagnetic wave. Here medium is not needed, so transfer of heat is taking place through what? Transfer of heat is taking place through electromagnetic waves, and heat is transferred. The example can be like in the space there is vacuum, there is no molecules, right? No air, so the warmth of the sun, it is reaching to our earth planet, that is possible through radiation. The next one is called convection. In convection, the molecules are moving like in liquid or in gas. It can take place in liquid or in gas, like when we are heating or boiling the water, so what we find, the lower part of the water that get heated first, and and those lower part of the water that are heated, it get energized and it will move and it will try to move to the upper part of the surface, and the heat transfer taking place means the higher temperature molecules, they are transferring their heat and they are moving upward, and whatever the lower the molecules with the lower temperatures are there, they are coming back to the bottom, and then they are getting energized, and in this way the water is getting heated or boiled. So that process is called convection. So we this is all we have in this video, and thank you for watching. And if you like my video, subscribe my channel, and you can comment on which topic you want the next video. So this is all for here. Thank you and bye bye. Take care of your health.